first piece is called Place, and it's about how my parents came here from Vietnam to have a better future for me and my sister. It goes, "Where are you from?" "My parents are from Vietnam," I say, because I can't claim a place I taste tested and summarized from a tour bus, because I can't claim a people I pitied and prayed for from the suites of five-star resorts, because the Vietnam I've gleaned through snippets and snapshots of memories stained with loss is a place out of time, a tongue tangled up in idioms and ideals of a past I've yet to piece together. Where are you from? I am from my parents' hope for refuge and futures free. And my next piece is about parenthood, because my husband and I are considering having kids. We've been together for, it was 9 years yesterday. So it's been a long time, and we're finally thinking, okay, maybe it's about time we have kids. Because parenthood is biological, bringing egg and sperm together for a meeting of gametes, a mating and merging of genes, cell fusion forming fetus, a new life. Parenthood is psychological, worries compounded, expectation confounded, possibilities expounded, ultimate power and absolute impotence, a new reality. Parenthood is ideological, implementing systems of belief, injecting values, deflecting vice, inducting prayer and prejudice, a new part of me. Parenthood is a decision. I defer to happy accidents or overeager in-laws if I could. For how can I be sure I wouldn't muck up the biological, psychological, and ideological? And how can I be sure I'd survive a new life, a new reality, a new part of me? This next piece is called Revision. We can slash through history to highlight the red in human horrors, past and persistent, insert voices omitted and reformat fallacies, to clarify and construct a narrative of nuances, a template of tolerance. Under revision, tracked changes would strike through hate and call out bigotry, comment on community and close up gaps, align key points and minimize margins. Would we accept changes or trash it all and start a new draft? And I'm an editor and writer, so it's my little nerdy speak. And I work for a staffing company, basically a temp agency, and we refer to employees as talent. So that's the context for this poem. When I was young, I saw talent as magic, reserved for those touched by voice or vision, or some virtue the rest of us admired from afar. As I grew, I toiled and trained to attain talents twisted up in self-doubt and tainted with dollar signs deducted. Now I deal in talent, not showbiz, but the staffing biz, where any person in possession of a skill or ability to learn said skill that someone is willing to pay for is a talent to be acquired, a resource to be secured, human capital to be managed and maximized. Perhaps talent is simply any skill with value to budgets and balances, to our amazement and humor, to cultural enrichment, to our sense of possibility, to our hearts. Yes, we are all talents. This one is called Friendship, and it's about my friend Jenny, who's a comedian. She's up in San Francisco because she's doing a show called Disoriented this weekend. But it goes, old friend, from days unformed, when future feats and flirtations flickered far and bright, when the good fight was but an inkling of budding ideals, and to feel was fraught with pure fixed perils. Old friend, who heard me stutter on the steps to self-directed success, who saw each flutter for boys and men ill-fitted for my hungry heart. Old friend, who boldly steals the stage and speaks of truths oft stifled, who carves out spaces and crafts her own path. Old friend, with whom the world looks new, and I can always measure how we grew. The last piece is, about, the future is great, but there's also the present here, us together and sharing our stories. We are creating the future together. So it goes, there's a time and a place for everything, each madness and miracle in its own cubby, classified and concealed, clogged and congealed, in the chambers of our separate selves. But writers, artists, and those compelled to create disrupt the rules of time and place. They dissect private pains and pleasures for public display, peel back layers of shame and silence to displace the singular and strip down stories to their common core. There is a place and a time for our stories, and it is here and now. Thank you.